Hello everybody and welcome to the shed. I've got some wrenches here that a buddy of mine picked up at an auction. I think he did pretty good. He got all four of these for $8, and yeah, they're used, but when you think to buy this one brand new, it would probably be about 30 bucks. So if you don't mind used, that's a pretty good deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one, because it's got a lot of rust on it, and we're going to put this in the electrolysis tank and see if we can get this thing cleaned up. Let's take a look.
So I'll get you a close-up on that wrench. I think you can see there's quite a bit of rust on that. There's probably going to be some pitting. I'm almost certain there is. Nothing you can do about that. We will get it as cleaned up as we can, though. I thought you might like a close-up of the action.
All right, it's been about 16-17 hours in the tank. Let's see what we got. All right, I'll get you a close-up on this one. Take a look at it. So you can see here, yeah, that pitting, it's still there. Nothing you can do about that. It's not going to affect the use of the tool. There's a little bit right there. You can see that too. Take a look at this though. Nice, smooth, one-handed operation of the tool. It's perfectly functional, and also, if you can take a look at that, the Crestoloy name brand trademark that the Crescent tool company used. That's one of the things that I'm pretty fascinated with. This is one of the older trademarks that was used by the company. A quick internet search, alloyartifacts.org. They've got a pretty good history of most of the manufacturers, and they say that Crestoloy trademark was used from sometime in the 1930s to the 1950s. So with this stamped in here instead of cast, I'm gonna say I think it was probably later, but I don't know. I was unable to find any more of a range on when this was produced, other than somewhere in the 1930s to the 1950s. So that would make this wrench 70 years old. Is that possible? Yeah, 70 to almost 100, really. 70 to 90 years old. So not too bad for an old timer like that. Lots of years of use left in it. So the rust removal is done on this. It's looking good as it can, but we want to prevent the rust from forming again. So I think a good next step would be to give it a coat of shellac all over and oil the moving parts, and I think that would pretty much protect it for a good long time to come. So on doing this big wrench here, I'm going to have to build a slightly different shaped electrolysis tank. I've got some ideas in the works for that. That'll be another episode, but we'll be cleaning that one up sometime soon. And there's also another method of rust removal that I'm wanting to explore, and that is chelation. And chelation is the method used by evaporust. And so I've got a 5-gallon bucket that I'm getting ready to order, and I'll be real interested to see how that turns out. So chelation, the difference between that and electrolysis is that chelation chemically combines with the rust and pulls it away from the tool. So it's slightly different than the electromagnetic method used by electrolysis. An interesting side note, chelation is also a technique of treating people with heavy metal poisoning. So if you've got like a lead or mercury poisoning, what they will do is they will give you a medicine, first of all, that doesn't harm you, and also chemically bonds with the heavy metal that you've been poisoned with, and allows that to be pulled out of your system through the liver. So that's kind of interesting that they're using it in medicine and rust removal both. So next time I think I'm probably going to talk about the investigation into that screwdriver history that I was talking about last episode. Until then, thanks for watching.